Welcome back to the channel. I've got a whopper spin planned today, 140 k's of mixed surface goodness. I've got a long stretch in the Barrow Way, lots of Boreens, back roads, two big whopper gravel sections, and I might be on a second canal. This is riding really well today. I was here a few weeks ago and it was sticky as fuck, so this is a lot smoother, moving along nicely without much effort being put in. So we've just come off the Barrow Blue Way and we're now in breathtaking, I think, County Kildare, second county of the day. And we're on the other canal now. I'm not sure what it's called, one of the two big ones. So I stand corrected, I am actually still on the Barrow Blue Way. I'm not sure if there is a second canal. Figured that I'm actually on the same canal now, or river. Yeah, absolute prime conditions this morning. Now, I have made it to Rathangan for real. I've got a bit of a road section now to navigate, and then it gets into some lovely a nice long gravel section. Now, we've finally made it to the first long big gravel section. It's about 8 or 9 k's or something like that. Now heading into nice little I wouldn't call it a single track, but it's a little bit more off-road than what we've seen so far. Yeah, this whole area feels very, very remote. I think some people do come in to pull turf out, and I did see a couple of walkers the last time, but it's a big open space. There's some wind turbines as well. But yeah, it's a really nice little find for me. Can link a few routes together with this. I'm not sure if that was worth it at all. I felt a bit silly setting it up. I generally don't have the patience for stuff like that, but I might do one more and see if it enhances the video enough to justify doing it again, because I really don't like stopping or messing around. I like to keep momentum as best I can. So yeah, we're in a wind turbine / bog area. I'm not sure exactly, but we're going to be joining up with the other canal now in a bit, and there may be some road in between, I imagine, but for the moment it's nice and loose, kind of open road here. I've made it to County Offaly and I'm officially on another canal, not the Barrow Blue Way. It's about 12 o'clock now, so I'm not making the best time, but should be fine. I just want to get home before it gets dark, or by 4 o'clock ish, hopefully. The surface on this canal, I suppose, is a little bit lighter than the other one. It's kind of same. So yeah, nice and chill. I've barely seen cars car at all so far, so happy days. This is very nice and peaceful, this section here. It's just an absolute perfect day for doing a spin like this. Haven't been too hot or too cold at all. No wind, no rain. Very unusual for Ireland. So a bit of background about me. I've been cycling for about 8-ish years. Started on the mountain bike, and that's all I've done really for a couple of years. Enduro or trail riding or whatever you want to call it. Got myself an XC bike shortly after that. Done a bit of racing on that, as well as some enduro racing, which I was really bad at. I've now kind of gotten into whatever the hell this is, long spins on my cyclocross bike. But yeah, I've had an awful lot of my riding I do now is on my Cannondale Cad X, which was originally bought for cyclocross and has since been used for commuting, bike packing, gravel events and long spins like this. So yeah, planning on doing about 10 cross-country mountain bike races this year, in and around, with a bit of luck, and hope to do some longer gravel races or events towards the end of the year. Then that's the plan, with a bit of luck and maybe some wild card stuff in between. But yeah, so yeah, looking forward to racing this year. Made some changes in the way I train and condition myself. I've been in the gym for a few months now. I've put on about 10 kilos, so I'm about 10 kilos heavier than I was this time last year. So I'm intrigued to see how that's going to play out throughout the year. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I actually originally from Dublin but live in Laois, so I've been there. Been in Laois about 6 months now. Actually, I'm there longer than that. A year in April, so 7-8 months. So far so good. There's lots of this type of stuff on my doorstep. Not as much mountain biking as there was in Dublin/Wicklow, but it's a nice change. So we are almost at Tullamore. It's still nice and cozy out. I'm over halfway, but the bulk of the climbing still has to be done. So I'm probably about halfway through the work that needs to be done. Making pretty shit time, but I'm confident I'll get back before it's dark, so that's the main. Little bit bored of canals now. Looking forward to something a little bit different. I thought I'd take the more difficult side of the canal for a little bit. It was the on the same way, or the same side. I was on Tullamore Central, and I got myself a coffee. Big town, first time for me. So I made it out of Tullamore. The road out was a little bit sketch. No, it wasn't really, it was just a road with cars on it, so I'm not really too fond of that. There's probably some nicer sections I can take next time to join this up, which I'll figure out. But yeah, not on a nice little mountain road that's going to come out and will lead to a very long climb towards the Sleeve Blooms and essentially in the side of Glenbarrow, if that makes any sense. Leash, 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 leash. We've made it to Clonaslee. We now are very much in the mountains, in the Slieve Blooms, and I've just got that big, long, horrible climb out of the way, which is great, and I'm gonna head into Glenbarrow now to a nice little gravel. So very much struggling to stay in zone 2 at the moment. Good news is I'm 80% of the way there from a climbing perspective, so happy fucking days. Climb complete. And as you can see, we have a nice little descent coming up. Trying to just let my heart rate come back down. Afternoon, how are you? Just completed another climb on the granny gear, and I've lashed the last of my bar into it. I'm not going flat out here. Walkers regularly come up here and they could easily smash into a dog or somebody with a lead. Still getting plenty of free speed here. Got another little climb here. Little descent onto the road. I was gonna nitpick, an extra pair of gloves would have been nice. Now this isn't actually the way that I thought I was going, or I was going to be going on this route. So we shall see. I'm a little bit confused. There's two other ways out of here than the one I planned, and I'm not sure which one it is. I know I definitely am going to reach a road at some stage. Struggling to see through the glasses now at this stage. Oh, where are we? Almost there now. It is starting to get a little bit dark, but it's a good hour away from it actually being dark. I left the house 7 hours ago. Well, I did have plenty of stops, so probably will be in and around 7 hours of actually being on the bike when I get home. So pretty good going. Winter miles, summer smiles, or something like that. But yeah, it's been enjoyable, most of it anyway. I know, it actually has. I do love it. But we won't get carried away because there's still some work to do. I'm about 10 minutes from home now. Really enjoyed that. Thanks for coming along. See you on the next one.